Start streaming. And hopefully we got it this time. We will know if people start showing up. Okay, unless the stream ends, looks like everything seems to be showing up. Analytics, stream health is good, the stream is healthy. Hey, Fallout system. All right, somebody showed up, so that means that we're actually streaming. Hurrah! Hi, Raven. Hi, Fallout. Good to see you. Please let me know, can you hear me? Just give me a thumbs up or a yes or blah, 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 if you can hear me. Just testing connections here. Okay, excellent. Is it too loud or just the right volume? Okay, good. Excellent. We'll just go ahead and hang out here and wait for some folks to... Should probably look at the camera. Hey, there we go. We'll just hang out for some folks. YouTube just changed their streaming thing, so I wasn't sure everything was going to start up okay. And then, of course, I started it as a private stream, and it's like, why is this not showing up? There we go. So, how are you guys today? How's your weekend going? What you been up to? Got any questions yet? We'll wait for a few more folks before that. If nobody shows up, then we'll just have a nice, cozy chat. All right, looks like we got 8 of you. All right, I tell you what, just curious, sound off. Where are you in the world? You don't have to be specific, just we're kind of curious. Trees look good. Thank you, roses. Hello, Sally. Let's see, Raven, we already got you. Fallout. Viola, hello. We were hoping that you would show up. Hoping everybody in the system is doing well today. Brazil, wow. Hey, Luca. Okay, yeah, we remember you. You were the gentleman supporting, sorry, we're assuming, the person supporting the system. Good for you. Props to you. Let's see, who else do we have here? Wow, everybody's pouring in. Okay, Fallout, not been much up for the last few weeks. It's kind of been steady for us. Ups, downs, you know. Minnesota, okay. Netherlands, UK, England, okay. Washington State. Got folks from all over. I'm surprised that we're actually that, international, given how small we are. Yay, we're getting out there. Sorry for the chair creaky. Bugbean, I was hoping you would show up. Hello, welcome to the channel. I actually get to say hello to you now rather than, or we get to say hello to you now instead of through the comments. Everyone in the middle of the beautiful Alps. You're killing me. The Alps. Envy, total envy. Wow. Okay, thank you for asking. I hope you guys are doing well yourselves. Viola says, yeah, absolutely. It's been kind of a rocky past couple weeks. But when is it not rocky with DID, really? Just some inter-system stuff going on, but let's see, we got 10 folks. And also, how did you guys hear about it, the stream today? We're trying to figure out how to best communicate with you, because until you get 1,000 subs, you don't have access to the community tab like other channels do. So we've been trying to find out if Instagram or Facebook or Twitter is the best, and kind of gotten mixed results, with Instagram kind of being the favorite. But you guys let us know. Did it just pop up and you were like, oh my god, they're streaming again, let's head over? Or did any of our announcements actually help? Just feedback, please. We're operating in a vacuum here. Rainbow System, hello. Just got notified as you are subscribed. Okay, there's a notification. Who's fronting? It's Chris and Data. Or just mostly Chris. Data and I are always co-blended. Thank you for asking, though. Very polite. We appreciate that. Plus, it saves confusion. Okay, so we got 2 pop-ups. Notification just popped up. Okay. Well, sounds like notifications are working for us. We'll keep working on the social media aspect end of things. We're just not social media-ish. Or, is that a word? Social media-ish? Anyway, Instagram. Okay, Viola, yeah, we've seen that you're one of our followers, so thank you for that. We actually post on Instagram probably more than anywhere else, because it's easy, kind of limited, but at least we're trying. Cat videos, food, boring stuff, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Are we posting the right things? You tell us. That's all right, Laura. Here, we'll do it together. 3, 2, 1. Hi. Now, of course, there's a 12-second delay on your end. Or before. Yeah, this gets complicated. Let's see. Lucas, happy to hear you guys remember. Actually went through a breakup with my... Still trying to keep a good friendship. Still trying to learn more and to be supportive. Thank you for trying to keep learning despite that. We are really sorry to hear about your breakup. That's rough. But, just hang in there. You're not alone. Singlet system, whatever, you're not alone. Thanks for coming back. We appreciate it. It means a lot. And we remember almost everybody. We actually do read the comments and try to respond to you guys as much as we can. Time constraints and permitting. You have to get Instagram. You're too old for that. Hey, okay, we're like 50 now. Okay. Anyway, we're almost over that hill. If we can do it, you can do it. It's easy. I mean, it's not as annoying. Twitter, we're not so fond of. Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, struggle to get all our videos noticed. Yeah, Fallout system. Really, for us, it's the best advice we can give you on running a YouTube channel is to have a focus early on and just stick with it. And don't worry about the subs or the views or anything, because as long as you're just putting your message out there, as long as you're authentic and just dedicated to what you're doing and willing to expand, the views will come. It's a really hit or miss thing. We've been on YouTube for 3 years before we ever started this channel on a podunk side channel, but we learned a lot about YouTube in the process, and really just ignore the algorithm. Just do your thing, get it out there. Don't worry about all that junk. Spread your message. Sorry, little mini rant there, I guess. Let's see. Where are we at? Okay. Welcome to anybody who we haven't already said hello to. Looks like we got 22 of you out so far. Yay. Let's see. Support for Lucas. Yes, Viola, good for you. Love that you guys do that. 51. Okay, Laura, you got us beat by 2 years. But, so yeah, if we can do it, you can do it. You're good at commenting back. We try, really, because we care about you guys and not in that fake, oh my god, we want subscribers or whatnot. We get it. We're a system. We understand what it's like. So, yeah, it's like just even that momentary contact from a channel creator can go, oh my god, I'm not alone out there. It's a human connection that we're kind of trying to bring back. Like I said, time constraints and what we're going through. But yeah, we always read your comments and will generally respond. Okay, let's see here. You're all youngsters. Yeah, okay, Raven. That's okay. It's good to see the older systems getting out there to, give our perspective. We've got a unique perspective, and everybody's got their voice, everybody's got their views and their experience, and, let's put them all together rather than just listening to one or two voices. Let's be the community that we are, Little soapbox speech there. Let's see here. More support for Lucas? Yes. Yeah, and that sucks. We're sorry. Rough times, but like I said, not alone, man. Not alone. Oliver Morondo, hello. I hope we pronounced that correctly. Raven is 60. Wow, she's fessing up to it here. You go, girl. We assume. Sorry. Let's see, though. Everyone should track down his old channel. Roses. Don't plug that. This is about this channel. This is about you. Naughty, naughty. That was just scripted stuff. This matters. Okay, let's see. Okay, sorry, we're scrolling back down. And this time we're actually looking at you. Yay! We made things better, so we're not going all the time. What's the name of the old channel? I will not mention it. Roses, if you want to list it in the channel, you can go ahead. But we are not going to cross-promote. Yeah, Laura. Switch myself. Okay, Laura, our apologies. Any other systems channels I recommend? Entropy System helped... Melissa Barnes... Sorry, not Melissa. I can see... Meliana? Let us know if we're mispronouncing that. Meliana Barnes wants to know if there's any other system channels that we recommend. To be honest, we've just been keeping our nose in our own neck of the woods. But we have looked around the community. We did when we were first diagnosed, and just tried to find a system out there, some info that fit. Entropy System helped us a lot, even though they really, pulled back. I think they're still doing some live stream stuff, but they've basically come off of YouTube for reasons which everyone knows, and we don't need to go into here, because that is all in the past. But Entropy System for the information, Multiplicity and Me, brain went blank. She's got some really good info over there. Look around until you find something that clicks for you. We're just trying to be us and do our thing. That's one of the reasons that, we'll check out other systems, but if it really doesn't click, we'll check out their work and whatnot, but we don't want to become influenced in what we do. We watch to keep up with the community because we do care about you guys and we want to follow up on the issues. So Entropy System and Multiplicity and Me, the CTAD clinic, not directly a systems channel, but Jess over on Multiplicity and Me has been kind of helped them getting up and running. I'm not sure exactly what the relationship is there, but Dr. Mike Lloyd, he puts out a lot of really good information that we've ran across in our own research, so real stuff explained well over there. Go check them out. So that's about all we can think of off the top of our head. Hope that helps. Okay, whoa, we're scrolling here. Body's 34, we are 40... How old are we? 49, we're 49, there we go. Melena. Okay, Melena, that's very pretty. We like that. We'll try to remember that. We try to get everybody's name pronounced correctly, because names are important. Let's see here. Melena. Multiplicity and Me, yeah. DID and Me. We've seen them, but we haven't had a chance to check out the channel yet. Learned a lot from them. Dr. Mike, absolutely. Meliana, you don't have DID. Melena, sorry. We wrote a story with a character who was named Meliana once, so it's sticking in our brain. Melena, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for taking the time to educate yourself about what DID and the dissociative conditions are really about, rather than relying on media representations and half-truths and movies and stuff to form an opinion of what we're really all about. Kudos to you. Just hats off. Respect. That takes maturity. I'm sorry, we're a dad. We can't help it. Not sure if you're answering questions yet. Fire away, Laura and or Lucas. Please let us know how you'd prefer to be referred to. More people are, we're just kind of mixing about. What are my thoughts on the similarities between DID and borderline? I'm assuming that you're talking about borderline personality disorder or BPD. They are both dissociative conditions. It's only a real matter of degree between them. BPD is a secondary, hang on, brain just went blank. Yeah, there we go. Damn it. It's on our video. All about alters. It's a secondary dissociation. DID is a tertiary. So we go PTSD, BPD, and then OSDD, DID as in severity. So those are the similarities that we are aware of. Keep in mind that we are still researching, and the research itself is in flux. But BPD, to the best of our understanding, you only have an EP, which is an emotional part, and an ANP, which is an apparently normal part. And it gets, check out the video. Just we go into it in depth on our Who in the Hell Are You People, Alters, and All About Them video. We hate to shoo it aside like that because we really want to answer your question in depth, but it is a really involved answer, and all the info is there, and we don't want to misquote. So go look that up, please. Forgive us. So let's see what we've got. I'm going to have to backtrack a sec, so hang on, guys. So yeah, that was the first question. I hope that helps it because it is a very important distinction and understanding. It's called the theory of structural dissociation. Actually, the CTAD clinic does a video on that, and I know that the others had done one before they pulled their stuff down and went private on their channel. Hope they're doing okay out there. Guys, if you're listening, keeping the seat warm for you, so to speak. Come on back, man. We need more male systems. Okay, let's see here. Or male body systems. Okay, Hello, Pastora Kate's Place. We remembered you're not a cafe this time, although we still think that would make a fantastic name for like a little diner or something. You know, one of those cozy things in a small town when you're really tired, driving on the interstate, you pull over and there's this cafe there with this really friendly waitress, and the food is just, God, good, and you swear you're going to go back someday. That's what it reminds you of. I'm sorry, that's utterly weird, but there you go. But we did remember. Let's see where we're at. Bugbean says he really appreciates, or they say that they really appreciate the older systems being more self-reflective and calm because their friends have always been much older in age and it never fit, and you never fit in with people your age. Yeah, mood. When we were growing up, we had like nothing in common with our peer group whatsoever, for reasons, which, you know, everybody has their own reasons, and it leads with the trauma and whatnot. So anyway, but yeah, we're just trying to provide that perspective to help fit in, because as a system, even though we only found out about 2 years ago that we were a system and then got our diagnosis after that, we grew up with it and grew up together. So we're, instead of put down the clipboard here, instead of splitting and then coming together like diffuse or integrate, we're kind of like exploding rather than it's weird. It's like we're doing things in reverse, but we kind of went, okay, well, we're an older male body system, don't see many of those around, maybe somebody might benefit from all the crap that we have to go through. So there you have it. Thank you. Glad that you tuned in and decided to subscribe. Okay, let's see what else here. Great that everyone here is not a system, Fallout says. Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that we really, we're really encouraged by with our viewers and our subscribers, is that we are also, well, if not attracting, folks are coming here to find information that are not systems in order to better understand the dissociative conditions and DID and get some, some real hard truths, if you will. And the regular watchers know that we're not afraid to shy away from the heavier duty stuff. So if you are a new viewer and have not been exposed to our heavier videos yet, trigger warning. Pay attention to those because we do not place them lightly, okay? We're trying to be thoughtful and sensitive, but we deal with some real heavy stuff. So if you see those pop up and you haven't gotten to those yet or are new to the channel, fair warning, okay? Take them seriously. And again, welcome. Glad to have you here. We're just going to blah, blah, blah until we get some more questions here. So let's see here. And I love that you guys are talking amongst themselves. We love that. This is what we... Community! Yes! You guys are great. Seriously. Oh my God, I didn't even think about the Trump connection. Oh, Melania. So sorry. Oh no. Have all the alters done intro videos? Laura Johnson wants to know. No. No, they have not yet. Only the ones that have thus far been comfortable coming out. Not all of the alters will front frequently. Nigel in particular, he generally comes out to just either cook or eat his fish and have his pint, and then he's back with Percival supporting him and doing whatever they do as a couple. We don't pry and they don't offer, so it's cool. But they're a very loving couple towards each other. But Percival obviously is far more photogenic and loves the camera. This has really drawn him out. Well, we first thought that, just having him read some bits of poetry or whatnot was just going to be a way to express him. And we did not at all expect the response, particularly after the Dear Little Ones reading that we got the permission from Jade Miller to do, because that book helped us so much. It's just the response was overwhelming, and so we created the safe space, and it was just everything clicked. And the response from systems and from their littles has just been... It's been a good thing, and we're going to keep doing that because littles need a safe space. So any of you who are not aware or who haven't clicked on those yet, Little Stories with Percival, programming designed specifically for littles. Okay, so that's the last plug we're going to do on that. Sorry. Like I said, it means something. Okay, let's see here. Where are we? I hope that answers that. Okay, yeah, all the alters done intro videos. Sorry to come back to that. Bootstraps has not and may not. He's very abrasive. And matter of fact, he's not much one for pleasantries. Rosemary was just the latest one to come out. We will see from her again. Since you guys liked her, she was very surprised and very flattered that you guys were so positive with her. So more Rosemary in the future. Right now, though, up on the plate, Percival needs to finish The Forgotten Door. We've got, I think, 5 chapters left. Don't quote us on that. And then we're hoping to do another Little Stories this week, but don't hold us firm on that. We do have another serious episode on the slate, which will probably be next weekend. But it's still kind of in flux. It's going to depend upon day to day, and we got therapy Monday, so that's always a grab bag. Sorry, excuse us. Okay, so hope that answered your question, Laura. There may be more alters that come out eventually. We'll see. Some just aren't interested at all, but so there we go. Okay, I have a video about that as a perfectly valid answer. Thank you. It's just I don't want to kill the time here with you guys answering questions, covering really in-depth information. So it's over there. Thank you for validating that. Let's see. 25. Okay, yay. Anyone who we haven't said hello to, hello. Feel free to answer feel free to answer any questions. Feel free to ask any questions that you may have there. Let's see. Have we seen the others' new video? They came back. Oh, no, I haven't. Or we haven't. We haven't actually been checked anything on YouTube in like the past day, so we've just been focused on other things. So we will check that out, though. Glad to see them again. Yay, good. Let's see here. Okay, we're hitting a dearth of questions here. Oh, I see. I just haven't scrolled down. Okay, let's see. Yes, male body system. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Bugbean wants to know, how did your marriage and close relationships in general change with finding out that we were a system 2 years ago? A lot. A lot. Well, a lot and not a lot. Okay. First, close relationships. You can't really claim what you don't have. We are reticent to form relationships with people. Friendships, close relationships, intimate relationships. We have always been very standoffish, very afraid of getting close. For reasons which we just covered in Learning to Love Again, Sex, Trauma, and DID. Hey, it's another, I'm going to point you to this video. And that's a heavy one, so watch out. Trigger warnings all over the place on that one. Our relationship had really started to, well, I mean, I don't want to go into too much backstory. I want to answer the thrust of your question, or we want to answer the thrust of your question rather than deviating, because there's so much that goes into it. We went into it and we just simply thought that we had some anger issues. We speak about the incident in our diagnosis video, You're Telling Me We Have What? It was a bad scene, and it led us to getting therapy and then to our diagnosis. So again, it was one of these where our wife and our kids were already living with all of these different personalities. We just didn't know we were different personalities. So I'm sure it was very stressful and very confusing for them before we were diagnosed to deal with all of the emotional ups and downs and the erratic behavior and the getting angry at just the stupidest little things. And we didn't know why we felt this way. It was just there was something in capital letters terribly wrong with the world, and we couldn't figure out what the heck it was until the events that led us to get therapy, which then led us to being diagnosed and discovering the trauma that basically formed everything that we are. So in our case, and in the case of our wife, we've been married twice, and the plural thing still blah. So with our wife, sorry, we totally lost our train of thought. Yeah. That happens. There you go. DID in the reel right there. The brain just sections off and goes, nope. not gonna talk about this. No, our wife has been very understanding. It's helped our relationship a great deal because there were a lot of behaviors that we were exhibiting, a lot of projection and projecting that we were doing that we didn't know. We didn't know about any of this under the surface. We had no clue about our trauma. We had no clue about being a system. We thought it was normal to have people talking and arguing in your head and playing music and everything else. So I'm sorry, I know we're talking a lot about this, but so it was weird in that it actually made things better for us instead of worse. But it kind of swapped one set of problems for the other, because even though now that we know what are causing these issues, you still have to actually deal with the issues themselves and to untangle that and try to relearn that behavior and figure out which alter this is coming from, which set of circumstances caused it. And again, as we've said in our other videos, this is where having an understanding, communicative, very, very patient mate is critical to support a system, which is why all of you out there who do not have DID, who are learning about it either to help their partners or to help systems they know or just to be good people in general, thank you. Thank you so much for helping to break that stigma, for helping to pull it out of the darkness and be there, because we can tell you firsthand that when a system needs help the most is when we can't ask for it. We're overwhelmed. It's like trying to push a car up Market Street on San Francisco. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to stop right there and move on to more questions. I hope that answered it and we didn't get too far off the track. Okay, yes. Good question, Bugbean. Actually, need to tell you are superb. Okay, totally agree. I'm just catching up here. You Pastora Kate's place. She says she enjoyed Rosemary's cooking video. Very calming, natural, and really nice. Thank you for that. You're welcome. We don't remember filming it. That's really the strange thing for me. And well, I mean, data records everything, but at least for me, when they're done fronting and I come back, I don't remember. I mean, there's this vague memory because we're like kind of floating around when she's doing it, but I don't. It's not there. So it's when we are editing, we're literally watching another person in our body and going. It's like we find weird little tidbits on Percival's voice recording. It's like we actually ran across a really amusing one the other day where during recording chapter 6 of The Forgotten Door, all of a sudden he starts singing A Spoonful of Sugar from Mary Poppins, and we're like, what the heck, Percival? So weird but funny stuff from DID. So yeah, we're glad that you enjoyed Rosemary. She was very flattered by everybody's kind comments. We'll see her again. Yeah. Please see if Nigel will do some. Thank you, Roses. We'll look into that. Roses Rent says that she wants to see if Nigel will do some nature videos. That's kind of that's an inside joke there. I'm being poked by a friend, and that's something else that we wanted to give a shout out. We met two people through the channel that have come to mean a great deal to us. We don't have friends, for obvious reasons. Being a system kind of makes you real wary of that, and the ones that we did have ended up being not friends. And plus there's just a whole host of things that as a system, neurotypicals, no offense folks, but neurotypicals will never get. There are things that you just will never understand unless you're a system, and to have another system to talk to those things about so that you're not alone in the darkness means everything. So to those two systems who know who they are, we won't shout you out because we're not cruel that way, and we don't know if you'd be comfortable with it, but thank you. Thank you for being our friends. Okay. Okay, sorry. Drink time. Happy. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, yes, we'll see about that. Okay, Laura Johnson says, yes, the system is amazing. Hope you're, we assume you're referring to us. Thank you. We're just being us. Let's see here. Okay. Melanie says, does every /most system have littles or a parent figure? Sorry if you offend anyone. No offense. Trust me, questions are not offensive. Questions are how we learn things. So ask questions. If we say that it's offensive, we'll let you know. Don't worry. No landmines here. Parent figures we can't speak of, but yes, systems have littles. DID and OSDD can only form, again, we're going to refer you to the alters and all about them, but we'll gloss over it briefly here. DID systems and OSDD systems are formed because of intense trauma between the ages of basically birth to 9 years of age. Any farther past the age of 9 and the brain hardens. They're called the myelin sheaths. And essentially until that point, your brain is still really flexible. This is why kids can learn amazing amounts of knowledge and different languages and whatnot. But as you get older, the myelin sheaths begin to harden and it's more difficult for your brain to input new information. But along with that, at that point in time, all of the various ego states, which are sensations and emotions and things that eventually form to become your personality, or in the case of DID and OSDD, where that natural process is interrupted by the trauma, you become different alters. Those personality states become the alters. So that can only form after the age of 9. So anyone who is, I think they're called traumagenic systems, we're still learning the lingo. We are a traumagenic system, so we can only speak personal experience to that. But systems in general, yes, DID and OSDDs, they're going to have littles. And again, we can go on and on and on and on about this. See the alters and all about them video, because we really do delve into alters and the way that they're created. So hopefully that'll give you just a brief explanation and kind of whet your curiosity for more. And if anybody in the comment section here wants to answer questions, please talk amongst yourselves. We're not the experts. Let's see here. I'm sure that there's plenty more out there who have more experience with this than we do. Okay, let's see. Show your owls. Ooh, we like owls. Okay, how do alters get their names? Melaine, damn it, we're going to butcher it. Okay, Miss... It's not Melania, we know that. Melena, we're just... Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, she wants to know, how do alters get their names? We can't speak for other systems. Ours just... They're descriptions of more of what they do, or at least the mains. For example, I'm the host/core, maybe the core. Definitely the host, and Data is our recorder, so it's his name actually is not Star Trek related. We've gotten that question a lot, but it's an expression of what he does. He records everything and acts as the internal gatekeeper who can front under what circumstances and whatnot. So ours just chose them. Bootstraps was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Data's was kind of the intellectual equivalent of that. Mimi came out with her name. Actually, it was her name that was the first thing that clued us in that she was getting ready to come out, because all of a sudden this name Mimi popped into our head, and it just kept repeating itself for like 3 nights in a row before she finally started to come front. It was really weird. So she chose her. Percival and Nigel, they came out as a pair. We were actually journaling, and all of a sudden there were the two of them saying hello. We literally got the journal page with 3 different sets of handwriting from them saying hello. So they came as a set. Percival already had his name. Nigel chose his... Well, he actually already had it, but he messed around with the spellings before he settled on Nigel. He tried NY. I don't know. It was It was weird. We're just telling you what happened. Can't really explain it. Rosemary, same thing. So I guess they choose their names. Shrug. Anybody else who might know or has their perspective, please let Melena know down there. Hope that answers your question. We're not sure. Our alter Arielana refused to tell us her name for 4 months. Go figure. Elves, what are you going to do? Yeah, I know. Anyway. Okay, so moving on. Pastora Kate's Place says, have you experienced the pain of family rejecting you because of your multiplicity? If so, prayers and condolences. How did you deal with it? No. Fortunately, we've been lucky. Virtually everyone here in the house has been very accepting of it. Those who are weirded out a little bit by it have been at least very cool, just kind of like, okay. But the girls have been very supportive. Our wife has been very supportive. Our sons, they've dealt with it really well. So unfortunately, no. The rest of our family, we had cut off years before we ever learned that we were a system, for toxicity reasons and emotional abuse reasons and mental manipulation reasons, even just without even knowing any of the trauma that was lying underneath the surface. We had made that decision for the sake of us and our children that we were not going to deal with these people anymore, and as tough as it was, we needed to preserve the safety and mental health of our children and ourselves, and that's what we did. And it was a hard decision at the time, and I wish to hell that we had known what we know now, because we would have done it a lot sooner. So, no, we haven't experienced any immediate rejection. Actually, about the closest thing that we have to it is our biological father is, let's just say, estranged, and save a very long and personal explanation. He was not a part of our life, and we have attempted over the course of time to forge a relationship with him, but it's just not going to happen. And we just came out, as it were, to him about 2 months ago as a multiple, and basically we kind of haven't heard back from him, but we would only get a text like every year on Facebook, around our birthday, so not really much lost there that we didn't lose ages ago. So, no, that's about it. Hope that answered your question. Sympathy for those systems who don't have that support. And let's just, we're going to preach here for a minute. If you're a system and you're in a destructive relationship with someone, if you're not getting anything negative, positive out of it, if they're not supporting you and invested in you and your welfare and be willing to stand by you and are only making you carry their crap for them, get out. What the hell are you doing there? Seriously? It's hard enough to be a system without being around people who are being abusive to you mentally, physically, and or possibly sexually. Seek help, please. Please. Okay? Rant, preach, over. So yeah, sorry. Man, we are all over the place today. So no, fortunately not the pain of family rejection, unless you count our dad. That's about it. Obsidian. Hello, Obsidian. I think this is the first time we've said hello. They say that they found out they were a system during COVID. Oh, man. Fun. I can only imagine. Your posting has helped out not only me, but my husband as well. Thank you so much for all you're doing. That's what it's all about. You're welcome. We're glad that our perspective and what we can dig up and learn about DID is helping you, because there's precious little info out there that people can actually understand. There's a lot of misinformation, and let's just face it, there's a lot of crap that we have to slog through as systems that people don't want to talk about. People don't want to talk about or hear about your trauma. They don't want to talk about how you're feeling sad and depressive and maybe suicidal one minute, and the next you switch to somebody who's like, well, let's go out to the mall and go shopping. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, what causes all this? That's why we started the channel, was to cut through, forgive us, a lot of the bullshit and just get down to brass tacks so that we could share our knowledge, you could share your knowledge in return. There was a movie out several years ago called Pay It Forward. That's basically what we're trying to do. Because we went, help! And somebody threw us a line and we found some good info, and here we are, trying to do the same for you guys. So thank you. We're glad. Stay in touch. Keep commenting. Okay, so that was Obsidian. You're welcome again. Fallout systems. Some alters know their names, some have trouble, and some have to find their names different from alters. Yeah, exactly. Fallout's completely right. Every system is different. That's one of the maddening things about DID and why it can be so difficult for NTs, neurotypicals, that's what that stands for. There's still a lot of jargon that we're learning. But NTs, and it's just, unless you've been through it, you're not going to get it, and we don't want you to go through it. So again, thank you for trying to understand. But yeah, it's different for every system, so we can't give you hard and fast rules on some of these things, because, and it's just cold hard science. It's the way that the trauma happens and the way that the brain splits. It's laid down biochemically. Everybody's brain is different. Everybody's trauma is different. So there will be commonalities, comorbid conditions, PTSD, anxiety, nightmares, sleep paralysis, night terrors. But each system is going to be a little bit different. So if you're a neurotypical or a singlet and you're looking at the DID community as a whole and you're going, man, this is all over the place, is this real, is this fake? Yeah, it's real, but and it is frustrating, and it is just, if not more frustrating for us than it is for anyone else, because we are desperately scrabbling for some sense of stability in our lives anywhere that we can find it. And a lot of the times that'll make us go looking for places where we shouldn't find it. Again, importance of a supportive, loving partner who's not going to encourage the worst aspects of it, but help you out. It all comes back. Boy, we're ranty today, aren't we? Hope you're enjoying it. So yeah, Fallout systems completely correct. Okay, we're scrolling down here. If I could introduce your safe space to who I would know benefit from her littles. Unfortunately, they don't speak English. I know that YouTube, sorry, this is Lucas / Laura Roca there. I know YouTube does provide automatic subtitling. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because the littles won't be able to read. Ooh, unfortunately, we don't speak Spanish fluently. Okay, I tell you what, that is an excellent point. Let us think on that, because I think that's going to require possibly an interpreter. I don't know. We are going to make a note of that right now. We will be right back, because that is something we didn't think about, was multilingual, and we're going to look into that. Just one sec. Okay. Multilingual translations for littles. Got it. Thank you. Very good question. Very good idea. We're going to see if we can make that happen. It might be complex. Give us time, but thank you. Okay. Viola, Little Ones adore Percival, and we're looking forward to a new little story. Yes, hopefully this week. hopefully. This past week or so, we kind of stretched ourselves thin, because Rosemary's appearance, it took a lot out of us. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're not saying that to make you guys feel bad. It's just, or anything like that. It's just the amount of cooperation required between all of us, and the co-fronting and the co-blending that needs to go on. We're not used to it. It takes effort. It's like it's the mental equivalent of running a marathon. And actually, as a result of that, we had a real bad spin out the night before, where we ended up on our hands and knees in the kitchen, scrubbing out the oven, scraping out crap with a knife, until our hands were literally bleeding because we could not stop. The brain gets caught in this loop, or at least ours does, and our daughter and our wife had to literally physically stop us and drag us away from the cleaning. So it can be rough. So Rosemary's appearance took a lot out of us, and we've been personal recording. It's not particularly difficult, but we do have to co-front and or fully front in order to do it. So again, the mental gymnastics it's like stretching muscles that you never knew that existed. So I'm not sure what our point was, or if we had a point. Oh yes, that was right. New little story next week, hopefully. That's why we did a live stream this Saturday, just to give ourselves a break. But hopefully, and definitely, the next chapter of The Forgotten Door next week. Okay, so good. Oops. Hello. What are you doing to me, YouTube? Okay, here we go. Sorry, we're scrolling down to catch up. Will's mom. Hello. Good to see you. Not at home. You'll watch later. Absolutely. We keep catching you at bad times. It's okay. You're gonna have to let us know when you're on so that we can actually catch you live. This is like the third time that you've missed. Sorry. Okay, Laura Johnson, love how your daughters get along so well. Your teenage girl alter, I'm sorry, I forgot her name, Mimi. Mimi is our tween alter. She is the only tween that we... Oh, actually, no, that's not accurate. Okay, Mimi is one of our tween alters. There are others. We're going to leave it there. The girls do get along well with Mimi. It's an interesting dynamic. Again, when we go to edit the video later, we don't remember any of this stuff happening, so it can be really amusing to watch the interplay between the two of them. So, they've been very supportive. Let's see. Never realized the music thing was so very common in system. Oh, you mean the music playing in your head that won't stop and wakes you up in the middle of the morning, or you'll wake up and have to go to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden you've got whatever the damn earworm was playing through your head at full volume, and it won't stop? Yeah. Yes. Mood. Alright, so, partner used to get so frustrated with you when you couldn't remember things, Laura. We can't help it. There's 12 of us up here. I mean, we're doing well if we can get through the day and fix dinner. I mean, hell, the arguments that we'll have looking into the cupboard. It's like, okay, do we want this coffee cup or that tea cup or that color or that color? And I'm just going, guys, it doesn't make a difference. Let's just get our damn tea. But we do that stuff all the time, and it's just like, So, mood, we feel you. Okay, whoa, we need to scroll. Come on, mouse. Okay, let's see here. Yes, okay. Chris, it's Diana. Just letting you know you're lurking on Rosa's account. Hello, Diana. Do we have... Laura Johnson wants to know, do we have an inner world? Yes, we do. We've explained this on the other live streams, but there's not a whole hell of a lot to explain. Ours is a gray fog. It's like being inside of Silent Hill, but without any trees or creepy buildings or zombies, or it's a gray fog. Mimi's door hangs over here. We've never seen the inside of it. And then Arielana's glade for the littles is over there, but other than that, there's no structure. I don't know why. Maybe as we go on as a system, we'll develop more structure, but to be dead honest, we've just never kind of had a need for it. Most of our communication is done instantaneously, virtually, just from person to person. I'm trying to explain things that don't have any words. So I'm sorry, it's just not that exciting. Sorry. I know lots of systems have really involved world, and again, this is one of those things where each system's a little different. So no, we don't really have it. We do have an inner world, but it's not complex. Go figure. So let's see. Whoops. Hello, mouse. Okay, we are your friends. Thank you. And yeah, thank you. Breathe, you're loved. Hello, Cajun. Watching the stream, are you? Okay, DID Hatchery. Hello, DID Hatchery. Good to see you. Lots of you sending friendship and thoughts. Thank you, guys. We're scrolling back down here to catch up. It means a lot, really. We just kind of threw our calling card out into the YouTube waters, never expecting anything, really. And the response and the fellowship that we've gotten from you guys, from other systems, and the neurotypicals has just... It's kind of like finding your people for the first time in your life. And, yeah. So you guys have been really supportive, and it means a lot. That's why when Percival says, we care so much about each and every one of you, that's not bullshit. We really do mean that, because we've been there. We've been in your shoes. Oh, Lord, we just lost part of our glasses. Okay. We've been there, and we know how important it is to know that you are not alone. And that's why we keep saying it. You're loved, you are strong, and you're not alone. Because you are strong. We're all strong. We just forget that. And that's why we need friends, and we need other people to lift us up, to prop us up, and to remind us of those things that we already know, or should already know. So thank you. Really, it's sincere. Thank you. Yes, literally, Viola is saying exactly the same thing. This hits home. Know how it feels to be in the dark with DID. It makes you feel really alone. Yeah, it's brutal. And we've already been kicked down, stepped on, and brutalized. What the hell? Why? Let's stand together, people. Enough. Hang on, I have a cat that wants out. We'll be right back. And because I know you're going to ask, yes, I'll photobomb. Come here, cat. This is Colby. Say hello, Colby. He's the best cat ever. Just ask him. And he wants down. Thank you.
To tell them I was watching.
Yeah, well, they probably just heard you, so yeah. That was my wife saying that, yes, she's actually watching the stream as well, and that if I say anything bad, I'm going to get hit over the head with a cast iron pan later. Okay.
Hey.
Not that last part, but...
Excuse me.
Ooh, I'm getting that look. Okay. I'm just teasing. Really. Love you too. Let's see. About an hour. Time flies when you're having fun. Don't worry, not on a schedule. Okay, so let's see here. Yes, Viola, you're not alone. Not anymore. We're here. We're all here. Okay, not alone, people. Not alone. Okay, so let's see. Let's catch up here because I'm probably way behind. Wait, what? It's about myelin sheaths? You just blew my mind. Yeah, once they harden, once they firm up, which actually happens completely in your 20s, but the main part of the process starts to happen right around 9 or 10 years old. That's why the ego states can't form into one cohesive personality, because they've already been hard coded onto the brain, and then the myelin sheaths harden the rest of the neural pathways and prevent further alters from being formed after. Well, okay, now, yeah, we don't want to quote on that because we're reading up on it right now. There are some systems who say that alters can form after that age group. That's not supported by the science we've read, but we don't want to piss anyone off, and it's still so murky, so it's like we can't give you a hard or fast answer on that one or the other. We tend to lean more towards the alters are already there, they're just coming out. But, let's take a knife and split the hair, shall we? There's no firm research on it, so it's up in the air. Either way you want to think about it. We're cool with either possibility. Let's see here. Yeah, but the myelin sheaths, we'll see if we can have data dig up the PDF that he was reading on that, and we'll post it somewhere. So yeah, okay, Bugbean says it's incredibly helpful to have another system around, being there for you, understanding. Only trustworthy person we start becoming comfortable and authentic with is our therapist. Actually, that's a good thing. If you're comfortable and authentic with your therapist, yes, you've already beaten like 2/3 of the battle right there. Because if you don't have that connection with your therapist, and if you don't feel that they are invested in you, really, yeah, they have to maintain this, professional distance and best practice and everything. But you can tell. Systems are used to trusting their gut, and you will know immediately if you can trust and open up to this person, more or less. It's obviously going to take time for everybody on the inside to quit freaking out and going, oh my god, but yeah, that connection is crucial, and we know. This is why we actually followed our therapist when she left the treatment clinic that we were going to. She was so good, and she specializes in trauma and DID, and we weren't going to let her go, so we literally switched clinics just simply so that we could avoid the any of the legal complications and whatnot. And we've been paying her privately out of pocket just simply because of that connection and because it is worth that. The place that we were at, they tried to assign us a new therapist after our current one left, and there was... Let's put it this way. Our wife is one of the most loving, and yes, I know you're watching, and I'm not just saying this for flattery or anything, it's the truth. She is one of the most wonderful, loving, give people the benefit of the doubt people that we know. We have never seen her take an instant dislike to a person before. She did to this particular person, because within 5 minutes we knew that there was no connection with this therapist. And that was when we were like, we're going to pay out of pocket. No matter what. So yeah, connection. So yeah, we're glad, Bugbean, that the channel is helping you, and stay with that therapist. Yes, be authentic, be real, no matter what. Just truth. Hello, Infinity System to Alexa Quacks. QKS. Alexa, we'll just call you Alexa. Hello, Alexa. Viola's sign here. Bugbean, okay. Lola Blue was a name I'd always loved. Thought it named Lola Blue. I like that. But she was an alter. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and that's weird how that might happen. Yeah, different systems. Okay, Avery Bell, hello! Hello. We were hoping that you would drop by. Hadn't heard from you lately, so a little worried. Hope that you and your husband are doing well. Jeffrey, I think it was. Jeffrey, or John. It was a J name. Pretty sure it was Jeffrey. Okay, really love your video so much. Our first system members either come with a name or they get help finding one looking at a name list or pages where they can't remember name and need help by looking at letter combinations. I like that. Kind of like an anagram type thing. Good idea. Cool. This is why we love doing this, is we get all these little tips and whatnot from the different systems, and it just increases all of our knowledge. We always learn something new, which is really cool. Okay, everybody's kind of chatting. Let's see. Referring to everybody. Don't know. Let's answer questions. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, calm, folks. No, I specifically said it's okay for folks in the chat to answer questions. So that's cool. I think this is just a misunderstanding, but just to clarify, answer each other's questions. Please feel free to talk. Okay, we're not the stars here. You are. Okay, so, please, carry on. Okay, yeah, okay, and literally no problem. Worth repeating anyway. Okay, did he say his father was a system? No, my father is not a system. Probably be a lot easier if he was. No, he's not. He's a neurotypical, and to be dead honest, he had virtually no contact with us throughout our life. Is what it is, there it is. So no, not a system. No one else in my family is a system, just me. Us. We. Yeah. Pronouns. Okay, thank you so much. Such a soothing voice and very informative. Have to get some sleep. Rest. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the compliments. We're glad to have you here on the channel. Seriously. Go, get some rest, self-care, and drink water, because I guess that's the thing that we always say. So, drink water. Okay, let's see here. Thank you. Okay, dear, I love your videos. You guys are chatting. Keep doing that. Good. We like to see the community talking to each other. If you have any questions, feel free to, ask away. Okay, Raven Central, we love you, Chris and Co. Want to stand with you systems. I have PTSD. I teach mental health first aid. Mental health first aid. I didn't know that was a thing, but man, we are glad it is. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Props. Wow. Respect. Never even heard of that or thought of it, but wow. Yeah. You go. Seriously. Thank you. Awesome, Raven. Okay, let's see. Be careful. Okay, just throwing. Lucas/Laura says, just throwing out there that you should also be careful when seeking help. Don't know about in first world countries, but not all therapists are trustworthy, and some can cause more trauma. Yes. We know exactly where you're going with that, Lucas/Laura. Yeah, we're gonna dance around that little subject right now. Let's just say that some therapists have a preset notion of DID and leave it at that, because that's a real spaghetti nasty tangle territory. Don't want to offend anyone. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. Okay, keep talking. Going great. I'm seeing some great comments here that we're going to have to go back. Okay, Alexa says she speaks Spanish. If subtitles can be of help for the littles, I can help with that. Thank you. We will probably take you up on that, but actually the thing that Lucas/Laura was saying, and the thing that we have to think about is that not all of the littles will know how to read the subtitles, and not all systems, the littles might not be able to tap into the older alts in order to know how to read. For example, our littlest Christopher, when he looks at a book, it's what a kid sees. It's pictures and a jumble of letters and whatnot, and it's not there. So they brought up a very good point, which was that if we could have like a Spanish language track to go along with it, that would be the optimal solution. But I don't know if YouTube allows that. But we are going to write down your handle as a person who possibly will be able to reach out to with that. So thank you. In fact, we're going to do that right now before we lose it in the chat. Where did you go? Okay, it's already scrolled back, but we are going to...
Alexa QKS.
Thank you. There's the wife filling. Alexa QKS. Yes, okay. Handy to have your wife in listening on these things. Let's see here. Okay, so...
Yes.
Okay, thank you, honey. Let's see. Just scrolling back up, trying to... Okay, yeah, we're back there. We went there. We did good. Okay, DID Hatchery Hunt, don't worry about your subs and don't worry about your views. Just get your voice out there and do your thing. It's the message that draws people. It's not the flash and the all that crap. Just get your message out there. When you're genuine, people will respond. Look at you all. Our other channel was all pre-scripted stuff. Here we're being genuine. Here we're just being us. Here we've got a message and we're passionate about it and we're sticking to it. The subs and the views will come or they won't. Just, sorry, preaching again. So yeah, don't get discouraged. Just keep putting that message out. Okay, sorry, still catching up. Raven Central, love you, Kristen. Okay. Yeah, okay, mental health aid, we got to that. We're going back. We're just trying not to miss anyone. Yes, be careful with the therapists. Okay, there we go. Now we finally found you, Alexa. Okay, I like your name. Okay. Okay, Alexa, Avery Bell, also Infinity System, we can't thank you enough for your amazing videos. It's been awesome to meet all of you, and little ones have really enjoyed your safe space stories. Thank you. If we've done one good thing, and hopefully we've done more than one, it's the safe space stories. Just everything just crystallized, and we are so glad that we are able to bring comfort to the littles and give them something, because they are just as important as all of the rest of us, if not more so. And yeah, when you're in therapy, you deal with the trauma work and whatnot, and maybe some with the littles, but they kind of then get shuffled off to Buffalo, as it were, and can get lost in the mix. But they are the core, so to speak, of our experience and our system, and they are hurting, and they need that space and that love and that comfort and that stability, and that's what we're trying to provide for them. So it means so much to us that it's speaking to you guys and that it's helping. We've had comments from people who are saying, this is the first time that that my little ever smiled or ever laughed or have felt comfortable around a man. And that makes all of what we went through worth it. So thank you. Emotional. Okay. Okay. I'm putting my heart, my little heart the heck out of you. Thank you. We love the littles too. As a matter of fact, we've already gotten the names of littles from those of you who are willing to share. You can do so privately. You can do so openly. If you have a little that we have not already gotten the name of, or has not been brave enough to come forward and say hi in the comment section of one of the stories, do us a favor and drop the littles' names. You don't have to, or you can send it to us on Instagram privately or Twitter or whatever your preferred platform is. We have a very special thing for the next little stories that will be really, really special for the littles, and I guarantee you it will mean a lot to them. They'll freak out. We've been working in conjunction with another system, and we think we've really got something special that they'll like. So feel free to do that and drop that in there. We're so glad that it's speaking to you guys. Okay, you guys are still talking. Yes. Love that. Let's see. Okay. Weekek? Weekek? I'm going to say Weekek. I like that. Unusual. Since how long have we been aware of us being in a system? By the way, hi. Hi. We have only been aware that we are a system for about 2 years now. We were diagnosed a little over a year ago, but we were told unofficially a little bit before that. We grew up together. So I guess in one way we've always known about each other, but we just thought we were one person with a lot of different voices that argued with each other all the time and would not shut up, and had provided us with an overactive conscience. We thought that everybody had that kind of thing. turns out not so much. So only about 2 years. Our therapist says that we're actually doing really well considering how fresh out of the gate we are. But it's ups and downs. It's ups and downs. Good one day, and then next you're in Sweater Town. Gravity Falls reference for you guys who don't know. So there's that. Hope that answers Weekek. We do go into more detail on our other videos, our other 2 live streams, and our, you're telling me I have our diagnosis video, our introduction video. So go check that out. We ramble on and on and on about it. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have? Rainbow System, recently diagnosed this year. Videos have been helpful. Good. We're just sharing our journey. If you guys can, make some good out of the crap that we go through, that's yay. Let's see. Okay, so be able to take your time in recovering. Can wait on the stories. Mental health comes first. Yeah, don't worry. We won't press ourselves too hard. Percival's the Forgotten Door is actually fairly easy because he has to front and he records the audio track, and he has to front for the beginning bit where he introduces, we call them bumpers, the front and rear bumpers. And those are just the only thing he does on camera that we really have to set up for and whatnot. But other than that, we can kind of fudge it a little bit, even though he absolutely insists on getting fully dressed to record the audio track, despite the fact that none of you will ever see him do it. That's him. He has to be Percival. He's not even willing to fudge it. He won't even put on shorts. It's like, nobody's going to see us. It's like, I don't care. A gentleman should always be well dressed. That's the best I can do him. So, but yeah, don't worry. We'll pace ourselves. But we also do feel the responsibility to you guys. We're not going to leave you hanging in suspense any longer that we can. Okay, so ever tried listening to the song that's playing in your head? That often stops them replaying in the head. DID Hatchery says it because they're indicating they wanted to hear it. Glad that works for you. We've tried listening to the whole thing and even doing the fireworks rock star finish. It doesn't work. It just keeps going again until we drown it out with something else. Headphones and loud music works real well. So glad that works for you. I guess everybody's mileage will vary. Maybe just not for me, but for everybody else. Us? Yes. Okay. Oh my God, yes, it's the same song playing for an eternity. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Pastora Kate's Place says their family has just exploded, possibly irreparably, over this very issue. After keeping it under wraps for 10 years, suddenly everyone hates us and says we are a liar, diagnosed 10 years ago. We're sorry. We're sorry. Here, I don't even know if this will work, but... Hug. System hug. That sucks. We're lucky. Hasn't happened to us. We can only imagine. Like I said, fortunately, we cut out a large part of our family before we found out we were diagnosed, so we kind of dodged that bullet. There's part of us that would really love to go back to our abusers and go, guess what I remembered? Yeah, but it would be pointless and just cause more negativity. So you just kind of learn to fight those kind of things off. But Pastora, we're sorry. We're sorry for your pain. We're sorry that they're not being understanding. And we're not going to try to soft play it for you with the whole time heals all wounds crap. It will be what it will be. But you're not alone, and you are strong. So hang in there. You've been dealing with this longer than we have. So we're probably telling you stuff that you already know. But we can offer you our sorrow and our sympathy and our support. So, shaking my head. Okay, let's see here. Andromeda, great name, wants to know, was wondering if I ever thought I had something like schizophrenia before DID. Schizophrenia runs in your family, so I was curious. Thank you. We had considered it, actually. we've always had data finding out everything that he can know about every subject under the sun. And unfortunately, mental illness problems do run in the maternal side of our family, so it was always a concern. But we also were well aware of the perils of self-diagnosis. But more than that, and this is a complete and utter mea culpa that we've covered in our other videos or possibly live streams, we were arrogant. We were stupid. We thought that willpower alone was enough to control any type of, non-biological mental illness. That, if people could just pick themselves up and have enough strength of will and carry on, that, you can overcome anything. And we judged our sister and several other people rather harshly because of that, because of our stupidity and because of our arrogance and because of our ignorance, willful ignorance. We got smacked down for it, big time. We can't judge. We have no right to judge. And particularly with our sister, after learning what happened to us and learning that she was also involved and more than likely became a system herself, we don't know. We have had to revise a lot of what we believed. And we were wrong. And we'll own it. We were arrogant and we were fools. And our brain went, I'm going to let you finish, but, and our whole world went, so, even as open-minded as we thought that we were, DID has blown every preconceived notion we ever had apart. So, maybe a little too much information, personal story there. So no, not schizophrenia, but there were other things. There are a lot of comorbid conditions, so this is really why if you want a good, firm diagnosis, go and get one. That's we're not going to get into self-diagnosis and whatnot, because that's a hot-button issue. We prefer to have that down on the piece of paper, just so you know. Okay, Avery, thank you for stopping in. I know we're running way behind the questions here, but we really want to do our best. Never came out before and will be deleting these messages after the broadcast, terrified of public exposure, but wanted to share. It's okay. I'm not sure that you can delete those, or if I can. Let me check. Okay, yes. Pastora, I'm not sure if you can remove them. If you cannot, let us know, and we will go through and we will delete those. Okay, the wife says that you can delete your own comments, so yes, please feel free. System safety, system privacy. Thank you for being so brave as to come out and share that with us and to share it with everybody else. We completely respect you and understand. Thank you for that. Okay, so where were we? Okay, she went ahead and she's already on it. Okay, thank you, Pastora. Okay, schizophrenia seems to be more. Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Yes, please keep sharing, keep going. We got about 40 minutes or so left on the live stream here. We try to do about 2 hours worth, so keep the questions coming. Otherwise, we're just going to keep chatting on about whatever runs into our heads, and you know what happens when that happens. Okay, so, where are we? This chat window is really tiny. Okay, let's see here. Cody Art. Oops, just found the live chat. Hi, Cody Art. Welcome. We haven't seen you around, and also anybody else that has signed on. We got about 30 of you right now. If we haven't said hello, hi. Feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. Just found the live chat. Has a protector called Micah, who got his name from St. Michael, who I saw as a protector as a child. Yeah, absolutely. Ours was, ironically enough, St. Christopher, patron saint of travelers and lost things. Appropriate enough. So, yeah. We are your people. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I'm just going to stop there. We're going to start balling again. You have no idea how much it means. Sending much love to all. Thank you guys. Wow, I'm really behind on the chat here. I'm sorry. Keep talking. Yes, please. Oh yeah, we just finally got to Colby. Wow, I am behind on the chats here. Yes, Colby is the best cat ever. Just asking. That your wife will not hit you and said she puts her arms around you. Yes, she's that way. Loving to a fault. Let's see, you had to come by for a little bit. Your life is hilarious. We're just going to let that comma float. Yes, we think so too, but we don't want to get in trouble. Brain does that. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to sound her out. Cajun out of water, that's her. So you want any questions or anything, go bug her. Ha, backfired on you, didn't it? Okay, people wish to get therapy. It's so hard on your own. Yeah, we haven't tried it on our own. We can't even imagine DID hatchery, what it would be like to try to manage this without therapy. Oh, Lord. So props to you. Appreciate Miss Infinity's intuition. She has good intuition, too. Okay, let's see here. Okay, yeah, she's going on about the myelionation from the mid to early 20s. Yeah, that has a much larger span of time, but DID and OSDD can only form up to the age of right around 9. After that, the ego states combine, and that's the hard cutoff. So, those folks who say, oh, I got DID in my 20s. No, you didn't. Either you were a system already and just discovered it, or you've been misdiagnosed. It's science. Sorry, folks. Should get therapy. Okay, no, those quirks are QKS for your initials. Well, it sounded like quirks. Love channel so much. Email you. Yes, please do. Okay, the links are in the description of any of the videos. Many of your littles are extremely traumatized. DID Hatchery says voice is one of the few things that soothes them. Thank you for that. You're welcome. We've actually already been told throughout our life that we have a very relaxing voice and soothing and deep and whatnot. We've put both of our wives, our late one and Mrs. Infinity, here to sleep just by reading to them. Get a paragraph in and they're... So, yeah. I know Teresa Hansen said that she had fallen asleep. Or was it Will's mom? I can't remember. Anyway, you're not the first. But yes, we're so glad that the littles are finding some comfort. Encrypted Angels. Hey, Encrypted Angels. Welcome, Andy. Good to see you. Thanks for introducing yourselves. If you got any questions, hit us up. We're just kind of having a free-form conversation. Raven needs to get some sleep. Thank you, Raven. Good night. Be strong. Remember, you're loved, strong, and not alone. Okay, we're here. So let's see here. Still trying desperately to catch up. Let's see. Alexa says hi, although you've probably already read that and probably already know. Okay, people are going night-night. Assuming the folks on the other side of the pond. Genuine is all that you can be. Yes, be genuine. Okay, yeah, you're responding to what we were saying earlier. Do you think Trauma could do trauma work on their own if they had to? No, it's not a good idea if you have a choice. Look, we can't weigh in officially on that because we're not experts. We can give you our opinion, which would be you're making it 10 times worse than it will be if you have a professional who can help cut out all of the BS, because you need that outside perspective. That's what it comes down to. Yes, we know ourselves better than anyone else, but unfortunately with this condition and the dissociative conditions where that amnesic memory is blocked off and there are whole missing chunks of our life, we had no idea. It took her, she spotted our therapist, it took her like 2 meetings. She says, she was telling us the last time in therapy that it took her about 15 minutes on the first meeting to figure out what was going on. But we had no idea. We had no clue. There was no perspective. So yes, we will agree that you can do self-work to a certain point. You can absolutely learn the tools that they're going to teach you anyway. Mindfulness, cognitive behavioral therapy, which is just simply recognizing a bad pattern and then taking concentrated steps to try to break that and rewire the mental associations in the brain. Dialectic behavioral therapy, which is essentially keeping yourself busy to keep the trauma from overwhelming you. That's the easiest way to put it. We constantly do that. That's what the channel has become for us. So yeah, mindfulness, breathing, meditation. We strongly recommend body movement breath exercise like yoga or Tai Chi or Qigong. It really helps to recenter everything. These are all things that, yeah, absolutely you can do to help minimize the systems, but that's all you're really going to be able to do, is to minimize your systems. You have, in order to get at the underlying things, to get at the underlying issues, and to truly heal, you need somebody with that outside perspective who is qualified to do it. That's our opinion. We can't make anybody do everything. We can only recommend what we can, but there it is. That's our recommendation. Learn the tools. If you can't afford therapy, work as best you can, but keep working the therapist angle. Look into, if you're here in the States, a lot of states will have free health care for lower incomes family, which is like, who isn't nowadays? So don't be afraid to explore those options. Just even calling your local clinic might be able to tell you more. It might be covered under your insurance. A lot of insurances do have mental health care coverage just baked into it. So explore your options, learn the tools, but we would suggest that you do get the outside help, yes. Simply from being one of those people who thought that they could manage it themselves and failing utterly, like we were just talking about. So, yeah, DID Hatchery, that's our unvarnished answer for you right there. Can't wait until the next little one story? Yes, hopefully this coming week, hopefully. Okay, let's see here. You're crying too. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry. I have a trauma-free joy holder little. Exists because your trauma involving feeling happiness. That's awesome. Wow. Envy. Total envious. Hopefully we'll find one. It would be really nice to have a little who isn't all trauma-y based. Wow. Cool. I'd never even heard of that one. Okay, yeah, makes note. Where'd our pencil go? Non-trauma littles. Joy memories. That's one we're going to ask our therapist about. Thank you. Awesome. God, learned so much out of these things, and this is why we do them. Okay, where were we? You're crying too, Avery. Hope those are good cries. We don't want to make you guys sad. Okay, let's see here. Yes, Cajun, I wonder you. Man, am I behind on the chat here. Let's see here. Okay. Yes. Oh, dear Lord. Slow down, people. Damn. Either that or I need to make shorter answers. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Amazing. Thank you very much for your littles. You're welcome. Tears. Okay, there we are. Bug Bean. Tiny little screen. Safe space for the stories, little stories. You're welcome. We're just so glad. So glad. And look, we're not looking for self-promotion, but if you know a system with littles who would benefit from the safe space, they don't have to subscribe, they don't have to do anything. We're not looking for that. We're not after views. We just want to help the littles. Please recommend them. Feel free to share it on social media and whatnot. Just so that they can have that safe space and have that comfort. Please, guys, not for us, for them. Okay, seriously, please do that. If we ever ask you anything, just do that. Okay. Okay, Evelyn and Elliot. Okay, Evelyn and Elliot. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. Yay, wife is answering questions. Teamwork. She's been kind of reticent to get involved. She's camera shy and she is a teacher, so safety all around. Okay, so yeah, but please ask questions, but keep them general. Okay, because she's been very, very good about this, and we are not dragging her on camera or anything. So that's just not going to happen. But feel free to ask her any questions. She has agreed to do that, and she wouldn't be on here today if she wasn't comfortable with it. So, okay, if you got any Mrs. Infinity questions, Ask away. Looks like you already are. Let's see here. Okay, you guys are talking. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, wife is talking about how trauma therapy can be brutal, and she's seen it firsthand. Yes. Seeing your husband reduced to a broken shell of a child on the floor, screaming incoherently like an animal? Yeah. It's not fun. This is why we keep saying having a loving, dedicated support system is crucial. Seriously, without her padded room, with lots of padding. Okay, so very good. Oh, thank you for the hug. Absolutely, you're welcome. The bursting feeling, yes, DID, absolutely. Oh God, like your skin isn't big enough to contain you, and you're just going to. Oh, the wife is complimenting us. Thank you. Yeah, we were stupid. We were arrogant. Mea culpa. We know better now. Okay. Okay. Whoa, dang it. I saw a question. Okay. She's actually admitting her story. Okay. Hang on. YouTube's freaking out. Okay, you know what? This mouse with the question thing just is not working. We're gonna get the keyboard. Hang on. We can't get the keyboard. Okay, oh, dang it. Okay, well, mouse it is. Okay, so let's see here. Sorry, it's just our scroll. Oh, there it is. I finally found the scroll. Yes. Ugh. Okay, Zane Refschil, welcome. I'm sorry for the delayed greeting. We're catching up here. New here, but been watching videos for a while. Thank you. Singlet, but relate heavily to a lot of the trauma content and like knowing that you're not alone in your experiences. No, trauma is trauma, whether you're a singlet or a system, it's trauma. And we're here to try to help with that. To rip off that, oh my God, I don't want to talk about it. Nobody wants to deal with this. Yeah, we don't want to deal with it either, but you know what? Time to start talking about these things, guys. Let's get to it. Get healing. Get going. Forward motion. Yes, I'm talking to you, Diana. Proud of you. Let's see here. You are a system of 3,000. Hi, Laura. Thank you. Wow. Blown away. I can only imagine. Wow. That, no offense, but literally, like, blows our mind. Just the cacophony would be... wow. Please, feel free to share any of your experiences. You have got to have some remarkable perspectives on DID. Please share away in the comment section or anything. Please, experience, share. Awesome. Wow. I mean, not awesome, obviously, that you're a system, but that's... wow. Dedication to you. Wow. Props. Kudos. Massive respect. Okay, Alexa wants to know, thought of a question. Do we have any recommendations for singlets? Nope, I think that's how it's spelled. Such as myself that want to be allies to DID systems. Yeah, open mind, listen. How are you doing? You want to talk about it? Listening doesn't mean that you have to solve the problem. We're not expecting people to solve our problems when we just want to vent. We just want to talk about it. We want to get it out. Just knowing that there's somebody there who is willing to listen to these dark, disgusting, disturbing things. That these hideous things, these dark thoughts, and the absolute despair. Yeah, it sucks. We don't want to be this way. We don't want to burden other people with the crap that we go through. Again, this goes back to... we just found two systems that we can be friends with who are willing to talk to us about these things, who understand. But if you're single, if you don't have DID, then just... You're already on the road. You're already wanting to know. You've already taken that crucial step. You've proven that you want to know, you want to learn, you want to make things better. Take that and build on it. Patience, compassion, communication. Thank you. Seriously. Cannot underestimate the importance of that. Yeah, right there. Maybe I should just read the advice that my wife is giving before I go and open the mouth here. Be forgiving. Yes, she is so forgiving to us, because there are parts of us that are not at all nice. And she has weathered that, and we have owned up to it because system responsibility. And sorry, folks, if you're a system, you are responsible for the actions of everyone. If they're co-con. I can't speak to non-cos, but system responsibility, you got to own up to it. There is no easy pass. Sorry, no get out of jail free card. And it's hard. It's hard to own up to that. It's hard to wrestle that down and stamp on those negative feelings and say and try to validate the persecutors and the protectors who are freaking out without invalidating what they're saying. It's a dance. So yeah, she's means the world. We love her so much, all of us. Sorry. Yeah. Let's see. Scrolling back. Happy Littles. Protect Miss Infinity at all cost. Yeah, don't worry about that. We did that even before we knew her system, and would. Oh man, I am so behind here and totally lost it. Okay, yes, there we are. Okay, she's replying, be forgiving. Phone, you're back. It's okay, you guys take breaks or whatnot as you need. We got about 20 minutes left or so. So we're good. Not self-promotion. Yeah. Yes, Miss Fendi sounds cool. She is. She's great. A little who two is nothing but happy, interesting, and exact opposite. Wow. Okay, so that's two happy littles. Okay, yeah, we're definitely discussing those with our therapist because, man, we could use a happy little. I mean, they've experienced moments of happiness, particularly our littlest, since expressing his trauma. He's much happier now, and he plays with things. So, but yeah, just a purely happy little. Man, I hope we have one. That'd be great to find. Do we go live every weekend? No, we do not. We basically kind of fall into the pattern that we're going to do it the last Saturday of the month, so we'll just do that. We'll just say the last Saturday of each month. We'll go ahead and do a Q&A and touch base with you guys on how we've been doing, how you're doing, anything you want to talk about, just sharing information like we've been doing here. There's really no structure to it. Just holler out, ask questions, we'll blabber on, and we'll share our knowledge. Okay, Encrypted Angels wants to know, how has starting a YouTube channel hindered your system, or has it? And how has having this platform helped you grow as a system? What have you learned the most through this experience? For the record, they're a diagnosed system with a platform, know the challenges that they face, and always been curious about others. This is the first chance you've had to ask since started. Those are great questions. As we said previously, we actually had another YouTube channel completely and utterly unrelated to DID that we worked at for 3 years, so we kind of knew the ins and outs of content and how to create it and YouTube. So we had actually started it as something to do before we knew we were a system, as essentially what would be behavioral therapy, but we didn't think about it at that time. It was a hobby. So hasn't hindered. Because we were already aware of the technical aspects. Also, it hasn't hindered us inter-system because it's actually done the opposite, which is what you're saying here. Or has it helped by encouraging us? Because in order to do all of this, particularly like the safe space for the littles, we have to co-blend and all work together because each one of us has a different expertise that they bring to it. Obviously, Percival is the face and the voice and the storyteller. If I tried to tell stories the way he does, I couldn't do it. Sorry. Can't impersonate him. So he does that. He's actually gotten proficient at the technical aspects of it, he's been very kind of, I can learn to do this myself. See, I can't even do them. But Data and I do the editing, primarily me. And the creative aspects are various altars. Christopher D., who is another one of our littles, actually did some of the cutting out and pasting of the leaves here. So it was a group effort. It's helped us to learn to work together to get this stuff out for you guys. So it's been good for us. This channel is literally therapy for us, as well as it's a good thing all around for everybody. Oops, did I move my mouse? Dang it. Yes, I did. Stupid scroll. Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yay, we weren't too far off. Okay. Yeah, encrypted. Okay, so you have the platform already. Okay, sorry. Let's. What have we learned most through this experience? That the community is freaking amazing. This is the only. We're going to touch on this very obliquely. Very obliquely. When we started our channel, we started it right in the middle of the massive shitstorm. That's all we're going to say about that. Okay. What we saw was a community not falling apart or disconnected. What we saw was just people in search of a safe space, someplace to go without any crap or bullshit or glitz or glam. And we went, okay, we got a unique perspective. What have we learned? That you guys are amazing. That you're strong. Instead of all of this this negativity and hate and trolling and stuff, we haven't seen any of that. Since we started the channel, 4 or 5 months ago, we've had to, unfortunately, ban 2 people. That's it. And just simply because they were just interested in starting crap. And, basically we have a rule. Everybody's got a right to their opinion. You do not have the right to abuse others with it, as long as you keep it polite. Try not to be too profane and don't make personal attacks. We're not going to delete your comments. We believe in free speech. We do moderate them, and we look at all of them, and we will enforce our rules without mercy. So don't push us. Nobody has. But the most amazing thing that we've learned, you guys. It's been incredible. Seriously. I know that sounds self-serving and blah, 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 but it's not. We mean it. Amazing. Seriously. So we hope that answers those questions. Roses is remarking Ray the system of 3000. She's talking about, I believe her name was Jenny, I can't remember, a system in Australia who actually did go to court and was able to bring their abusers to justice. Jenny Hayes, thank you. Yes, that's it. And yeah, that's the wife there. Thank you, honey. But yeah, that documentary is fantastic. She set the precedent for the rest of us to hopefully eventually be able to hold our abusers to account. Even though it's international, there is still now a legal precedent. And her bravery and her willingness to put herself up there and to go through all of that just simply to give the rest of us that crack in the wall to hopefully get justice through, I cannot possibly thank her enough. Like statue in a park somewhere level stuff. Seriously. So much respect for Jenny. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Let's see. BBC. Oh, I didn't know there was a BBC one as well. We watched the 60 Minutes one. Well, the 60 Minutes Australia. Laura Jordan says she has a lot of major blackouts, has shadows who always appear in the middle of the night and talk to her boyfriend. It's honestly terrifying to wake up. Yeah, sleep paralysis, night terrors, the friends at the corner of your vision. Mood. We stan. We totally stan. Been there, like, every night. We feel, our sleep schedule is so whack because of this stuff. Feel like your brain is protecting you. That's exactly what it's doing, Laura. That's what the amnesia is for. It's the brain going, nope, we're not going to think about that. You're also extremely overt and aren't believed often. Good for you. We are covert. Part of it is the area that we reside in would not exactly be conducive to us being an overt system. That and just by the very nature of our system and the amount of trauma that we've endured, we're very covert. And yet here we are telling our story to millions of people on YouTube. Go figure. But this is, the safe, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Don't ask me to pick it apart. Spot at least 3 possible anthropology artifacts in the background. Is this a hobby or interest? Yes. Has been for quite a while, and no doubt. Let's see, where is it? No, we moved it. Well, actually, we took down the Grecian vase, but yeah, we have a variety of antiques up here. Each one of them has a personal meaning or something, or a personal connection to us. So keep your eye on the background. We do put new stuff up from time to time. But anthropology and paleontology and archaeopaleontology have always been a very interesting field for us. We had a passion for it. Seriously considered becoming an anthropologist at one point in time. But unfortunately, college fell through. There you go. What are you going to do? So yeah. Okay, so let's see. So well spotted, yes. We put little Easter eggs in, so sharp-eyed viewers will find things. Happy littles aren't just nice because they trust and like everyone. Don't want to go into detail. Okay, yeah, Bugbean. That's a good point. There's a flip side to everyone. Good point for bringing that up. Okay, let's see. Dang it, mouse. Okay, there we are. DID hatcheries. Do we switch in our sleep? You hardly get any sleep from the switching, yet I can't remember a dream to save my life. More than likely. We can't say for sure. I do know that we dream each other's dreams and that we are there in the dreams with each other, because we had, it was a couple months ago, we had a real bad sleep paralysis, nightmare, night terror episode where our littlest Christopher got triggered out in the middle of the dream, and the rest of us were this is so weird, but it's the only way I can describe it. We were surrounding him, comforting him in the dream space, trying to pull him out of the trigger before we could then wake up and deal with it. So more than likely, yeah, we probably switch in our dreams. Yeah, here's another thing to discuss with therapists. Switching in dreams. See, what we do with all these things that we write down here, we discuss them with our therapist, we get her take on them, and we'll come back and we'll let you guys know. For example, in, I think it was our first live stream or our second, somebody asked if our alters all need glasses. And so we have been, for about the past week, when we've been switching out, taking an eye test, each of us, when that alter is in the front. And we've gotten some fairly interesting results out of it. Not too spectacular, but we've got 2 or 3 more alters to test before we release those results. But there's some interesting data that we've collected on that. So, yeah, we actually do follow up on these things. Louise Fogarty, yes, have a love of history and anthropology and love your ornaments. Thank you. It is an amazing community. Yes, absolutely. And we're changing it and we're moving on and we're getting better. Yes, absolutely. Ooh, PhD in folklore. Ooh, awesome. You go. Doing amazing. I recently found your channel, Encrypted says, so glad we did. So glad you're all doing as well, such a quick amount of time. That's awesome, and congrats. Yeah, don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. As our 2 new system friends can attest, we are just as much in flux as everyone else. Just because we got the gray hair and the white hairs going on here and we're older, don't think we got this figured out, guys, because we don't. Oh, dear Lord, we're lucky if we have 2 good days out of a week. The rest of the time, it's just the roller coaster of alters and emotions, and we get spun out nearly every day. We have to be constantly on track. It's a struggle. We struggle just like you guys do. So don't go thinking we got it figured out or putting us up on any kind of respect pedestal or anything. Because please, no, sorry. We're probably worse off than some of y'all are, but at least we own it. We are making progress, though. Okay, yes, I hear the positive alter saying that we're supposed to be working on belittling ourselves. Yes, we are making rapid progress. Yes, we are extremely dedicated to getting to the other side of this, if there is another side, learning about each other, learning to control our symptoms, because we promised we would, and we keep our promises. We promised our wife that we would get help after that terrible Christmas morning, and we did, and we're still doing it, and we will keep doing it until we drop. So yeah, it's rough. Don't fool yourselves. You've seen This Is Trauma, This Is DID. Yeah, that was mild for some of the days that we have. That little bit of us crying after finding out that we tried to commit suicide by burning, that was a mild reaction. Okay? Don't fool yourselves. But thank you. Okay, yes, we all hurt, force of positivity. We're just ourselves, but we're glad that we're making a difference. Yeah, just without the crap. Okay. Still backtracking. I swear I will answer all of these. Think storytelling is the most human thing in the world and how we generally connect to each other. Oh, yeah, that's Percival is, that's his thing, literature. Oh, the words. He eats words, breathes them, plays with them. Him and Data, although Data's like Mr. Technical. Okay, yes, Miss Infinity is signing off. Okay, another thing before we go, how can, where do we, Alexa wants to know, where can we contact us? YouTube does not have direct messages. They used to a very, very long time ago. You will find the links to our social media and contact links in the description of any of our videos, at least the later ones. We might have to go back to the earlier ones and fill that in, but any of our most recently releases is right there. You can direct message us on Instagram or Facebook, though we're on Instagram the most. So either Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, they're all good. But Instagram, you stand the best chance of reaching us directly. And then, of course, we do have a direct email link in the descriptions as well. So check us out there, please. We're definitely going to try to work on that Spanish second language thing, but we're probably that's going to take some work. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. With the DID, schooling was a challenge. Yes, okay, so we've switched in our sleep. Encrypted says that she knows that they've switched in their sleep, but mainly because their partner telling us. So yeah, that's sleeps with your eyes slightly open. That is so creepy. We had a friend who did that. No offense, but that is this is really weird. Okay, had alters sleep with their eyes almost fully open. Ow! Wouldn't that dry your eyes out? Ooh, owie. Wow, yeah. Yeah, they're saying, I think is very interesting. Yeah, it's really weird because there have actually been physical things that should not happen. For example, we hate fish. Hate it. Cannot stand the taste or the smell. Nigel loves it. When he's fronting, he's tasting with his taste buds and it tastes good. I've co-conned with him while he's doing it and it tastes good. But I can't, but the minute that he leaves the front, it's gone. Our eye color will change depending upon who is in the front. Rosemary is brown. The littles are blue. I'm kind of a hazel green. Mimi is very green. Weird. We didn't believe our therapist when she said that there were actual physical color changes, but yeah, we saw it on video and in the mirror. And actually, if you look on Rosemarie's video when she came out, if you look closely, our eyes, or the body's eyes, are brown. It's freaky. So yeah, DID can cause physical changes, which is why we're doing the eyesight test thing, just to try to get some hard data. Weird stuff. Yeah. Encrypted is saying 2 good days out of a week gets better, I promise. Yeah, we're going to keep continuing to push forward. Thanks for letting us know that. It's a struggle. Our whole life has been a damn struggle. The only difference now is that we know why we are and who we are, and that makes all the difference. It's still a struggle, but now we're not in the dark anymore. We are not alone. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, yeah, we're finally getting caught up. Get treatment, but whatever, Ultra's a little healthier. Bugbean wants to know if we want to fully fuse or integrate and achieve functional multiplicity. We don't want to fuse. And we don't want to integrate either. Here, oh dear, I just hid the... What did I do? Okay, there it is. Whew. Sorry, I just hid the chat somehow. This goes back, and we've said it again, and we've repeated it in other videos. We started out integrated as it was because we split pre-verbal before the age of 3. We're not sure exactly when, but definitely before the age of 3, about 2.5. So we grew up together. Data was one of the original splits. Arielana was another original split. So we basically split 3 ways, Christopher, Data, and Arielana, off of the initial trauma. We all grew up together. We assumed we were one being, just like everyone else, that everybody else had the voices in the head and the music and the arguments and stuff. And we never realized we didn't have that outside perspective. So once we got diagnosed and figured out we were a system, and all of a sudden everything falls into place, and it's our therapist hands us the key to the ugly box that is our life, and he says, "Here, turn it. Guess what? You're not a you, you're a we." Everything started to make sense. And now, instead of separate entities integrating, we're actually doing the reverse. The alters are becoming more pronounced in their own personalities and are beginning to explore their individuality more. So we're kind of operating backwards from a lot of other systems. So for us, no, definitely not integration. There might be alters who fuse or age up. Probably not. We're pretty much set in stone because we are so old and split so early. We're trauma locked, a lot of us, and we're fixed. So probably not going to be a lot of that going on. So functional multiplicity is what we're working towards. Long answer to a short question. Encrypted is saying they have bad days. We do from time to time. Have to say, when you're more good days than bad, except during trauma dates. Yeah, holidays, birthdays, things like that. We totally hear you. Mr. and Mrs. Okay, thank you, Pastor Cates. Thank you very much. Glad you could tune in. Dizzy, hi, welcome. Just found your channel a few weeks ago. Do you have any non-human alters? Either way, have you ever met anyone that has them? No. The only other systems that we've ever met, we've never met anyone in person, have only been online. And the only systems that we've ever made friends with has just been just recently. We do not have any that's a tough one. We do not have any non-human alters, and we don't have any wolves or snakes or animals or things like that. I don't know if you could technically count her as non-human or not. Arielana is one of our female alters, and she is an elf or a nature spirit or something. She's... A lot of DID is just learning to roll with it, because none of it really makes any damn sense, and you have to kind of suspend disbelief just to deal and not go cuckooer for Cocoa Puffs, if you know what I mean. So, no, she's the only one that would even remotely count as that, and for all we know, she just could be a gentle spirit who loves nature. She doesn't really say. She's very closed-mouthed in the way that elves are. I mean, she wouldn't even tell us her name for like 3 months. Non-human, maybe. That would be the only one. So far. But that does not mean that those who have non-human alters are invalid. Every system is different. Every system is unique. Just because we don't doesn't mean that other people don't, and that's not equally as valid. So there's your answer. Yeah, okay, DID is saying that they have a werewolf. And yeah, okay. Yeah, wolves seem to be very common. We were very into a comic called ElfQuest back in the day, and that was very wolf-centric. Okay, it's about 5 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I'm going to answer these last few questions. Feel free to keep talking amongst each other as we do this. Taste bud things, Obsidian. Okay, yes, thank you. We're glad that that's not just us. It's the weirdest damn thing. Yeah, the physical symptoms are just bizarre. D.A.D. Hatchery says her vision, hearing, and taste buds change with particular alters. Eyes always going blurry and clear, turning the volume up and down. Yes, absolutely. Forgot. Okay. Wow, are we actually caught up on all the chats? Yes, the last one they're seeing here is 3 unicorns in their system, never front, but they exist. That's awesome. That's equally as valid. Don't see why not. Hey, our brains work in amazing ways. Okay, so if you have any last-minute questions, feel free to go ahead and drop them in the comment section there. We will do our best to answer them. Just to catch those of you up that we didn't announce before, next week coming up, we're going to release at least one other chapter of The Forgotten Door with Percival Reads. We're going to try to get a Safe Space Stories or Little Stories with Percival. We're thinking about switching it to Safe Space Stories, but we kind of wanted the word little in there and come up with a really catchy title. We've had people offer a few, but nothing's just clicked. So anyway, we're going to try to get one of those out for the littles. That's why we built kind of a backlog for them. And next Saturday, we will be doing one of our quote-unquote heavier, though this one probably is not going to be dealing with the sexual trauma and whatnot like the last one as much. So look for that next weekend, quite possibly. And the name of that one is Trauma Doesn't Lie. Okay, so look for that one. So that's the schedule coming up. We're going to go ahead and look for any last-minute questions. And in case you didn't catch it earlier, we're going to try to do a live stream the last Saturday of every month around 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That seems to be kind of the best time to work for everyone, so look for that then. Let's get to those last few questions here. Let's see if we have any, or have we answered everyone's questions. I refuse to believe that. ElfQuest is amazing, and it is available for free from the authors. Really? Oh my god! Serious? They've got the whole thing all the way through Blue Mountain and everything? Oh my god! You just freaking made my day. Holy crap! Okay, yeah. Sorry. Squee. ElfQuest. Dear Lord, we really need to renew our acquaintance with Cutter and Skywise and everyone. Oh, thank you, Roses. We love you. Wow. Didn't know that. Totally made my day. Love that title and looking forward to it. Trauma Doesn't Lie. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't. But we're not going to get into that. Okay, I don't see any more questions down there. Thank you so much for the stream. It's good to connect to other systems. Absolutely. We try to upload at least once a week. We're just trying to fall into our groove. Let us know if we're overwhelming you with the programming. Obviously, not everybody's going to be turned in at the same time. I know we're doing a lot of different things, but that's because we're trying to give each altar a way to express themselves. And you guys seem to be digging on it. So watch what you want to. Don't watch what you don't want to. We won't be offended at all. As always, feel free to drop comments or suggestions. We do read them all in the comments section. If we don't respond to you, YouTube is a little weird about showing comments that we've already responded to, but somebody has responded back to, so we don't always see those, but we're trying to go back to the older videos and find any of those missing things. So if we haven't answered something, drop another comment so that it's new, like a new comment, okay, if you've run across that. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Dizzy has one more. What's your experiences with handling littles and alters poking in and out of your life? We're learning to stabilize that right now. We'll get more into that because that's actually one of the episodes that we're going to do upcoming. So stick a pin in that for the time being, and we will get back to that. Patience, really, particularly with the littles and other alters. Make little gestures, like we bought crayons and Play-Doh for Christopher. Legos, actually our son had a huge collection of Legos that we appropriated, basically, and both Christopher and Christopher D plays with those. Little things. When we were out at the store, Rosemary saw a mitt and towel set that she really loved, so we got those for her. It doesn't have to be big, huge, life-changing things to cooperate with your alters. Those small gestures over the course of time actually can be more profound than anything else. Just try to give everybody their voice, hear what they have to say. Don't try to suppress anybody, particularly the persecutors who might have the more negative opinions, because they're just trying to help you and protect you. So that's our brief rant on that. Okay, let's see. Stream has been wonderful. Thank you, DID Hatchery. Thank you, Bugbean. We really appreciate your questions and your thoughts. Laura, we're glad it was validating for you. We're here for you guys as always. Will I be posting this? Missed 100 minutes. Great stream. Thank you, Off Grid Grandma. Yes. All of our live streams will be available. You may need to give it a few hours because YouTube is really slow on processing. I know the last time we did the live stream, the actual chat replay didn't show up until about 8 hours later. So by this time tomorrow, yeah, everything should still be there. Time may vary. Just check back. But yeah, absolutely. All of our live streams go right there on the page. I think we've got a playlist set up with them. If not, you can find them easy enough. Oh, it's after 2 a.m. there. Okay. Thank you, Bugbean. We're glad that you stayed up and were willing to lose some sleep with us. All right, guys, dinner smells great, and we're going to go ahead and get off and go eat. Thank you very much for all your wonderful questions, for supporting the channel, for being wonderful, beautiful systems that we have come to know and care about. Just for supporting each other and supporting us and rebuilding and building this community anew and moving forward. You guys are awesome, okay? Seriously. Look at yourself in the mirror today, point at yourself and go, you're awesome, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're brave, and remember that you are loved, that you are strong, and that you're not alone. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the flip side. Have a great day, everybody. I'm Chris, signing off.